Hi my loves, welcome to your practice for today. I am Belle and I will be your yogi guide for today's practice. Today's practice is for when we are feeling not enough. So if you are feeling doubtful about yourself, you're doubting yourself, you're telling yourself nasty stuff like, how could I be so stupid? I could have done that. I could have done so much better. Up. This is the practice for you. So we're gonna tell our mind to chill out and hopefully through the practice find grace for ourselves, right? Today is gonna be a yin practice, so we're gonna be holding the poses for longer than vinyasa, and we're going to need some cozies. So like your pillow, your bolster, your soft toy, whatever your support system is, grab them. Come to your mat, come to your comfy space, turn on some music if you want to, and let's begin. Find what makes you feel best and join me. Come to a cross-legged seated position. Sit tall. Close your eyes, lower your gaze. And come to slow down your breath, finding your own pace with your breath today. So today's practice, I want you to focus on your breath. Whenever you find yourself straying, use your breath to anchor yourself back into the practice. As you breathe, allow yourself to lengthen through the spine, sit tall, relax your shoulder, away from the ear, relax your jaw, in between your eyebrow, relaxing all the way to your head. Each time, breathing a little slower. For today's practice, I invite you to set an intention to recognize that you are indeed feeling not enough, but that's okay. I am here to find grace for myself today, even just a little bit. I am here to find grace for myself. Gradually breathing in a little longer as you sit taller, lifting your chest higher. And breathing out, exhale with a sigh perhaps. A little bit longer. Gently open your eyes. Welcome back and join me in tabletop position. So shoulders stacking above your wrists, hips above your knees. Untuck your toes as you breathe in, dropping the belly, warming up through the spine today. And as you breathe out, navel towards the back. Breathing in, dropping the belly, and breathing out, navel to spine. Allowing your head to hang And as you breathe in, head up, dropping the belly. And exhale, navel to spine. 2 more rounds at your own pace. Coming to neutral spine, we're beginning in our pigeon pose in Vinyasa. So, right leg forward towards the opposite elbow, shin to the front as you sit down. Since this is a yin class, I invite you to be mindful of your knee, flexing through your front foot and drawing your front foot closer towards your crotch area. If you feel a little tight through the hip here and find yourself sitting sideways, like so. So that's your option. If you're still hanging mid-air like me, grab a pillow to hinge your hip so that you're a little more comfortable here. Front foot remain flexed, squaring through the hip, facing forward, and slowly relax down to the ground, folding down. Option to grab your bolster, to lie on your bolster. Choice is yours. Option to stay on your forearm. So really find a position where you can relax instead of focusing on stretching through the muscle, pulling the muscle. Focus on finding what is comfortable, what allows you to relax in this moment the most. And slowly come to find stillness, staying with our breath, and staying in this pose for a few minutes. Close your eyes. Don't worry about the time. I will cue you when the time is up. Just focusing on your breath here. Whenever you stray, to root back to this moment. As time passes by with your breath, you may notice yourself sinking just a little deeper into the pose. If that's what feels good, feels right, allow yourself to sink in. If you notice yourself trying to force your form into looking a particular way, I want you to take this opportunity, anchoring yourself with your breath, and find grace for yourself, reminding yourself that your practice is fine exactly as it is. There's no need to look a particular way. You're enough just as you are. If you notice any tension or funkiness through your knee, slowly walk out of the pose a little, readjust yourself, it's fine. Otherwise, staying still for a few more breaths here. Allow yourself to take one final deep loving breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly walk out of your pose. And I mean slowly, gradually. Take your time here. And come into your child pose. Knees together, knees wide open, choice is yours. You may place your bolster in front of you, or you may melt all the way to the ground, just for a moment, before we move on to the other side. Find what feels best for you. Allowing the lengthening to happen through your back. Resting here for a moment before we move on to the other side. Next breath in, slowly rise back up to tabletop. And this time, left foot to opposite elbow, left shin forward, flexing through the left foot. Be mindful of your left knee. You may scoot your left foot closer towards your crotch, like so, or all the way forward. Depends on your flexibility. Either way is fine, as long as you feel comfortable. Again, this side may need hinging through your hips compared to the other side. Both sides may be different. Find the adjustment that you need. And slowly come down to the ground. To your forearm, to your bolster. Squaring your hip facing forward. Feeling the lengthening through your right quads. Opening through the outer part of your left thigh. As you relax into this pose and close your eyes. Again, trust me with the counting. Just allow yourself to sink into this moment. Finding your comfortable edge here. You can always come back to your breath. Notice if you are perhaps feeling a little impatient holding these poses, which is pretty normal. Even I feel impatient sometimes. Use your breath to guide you back to the present and breathe. Reminding yourself today is about finding grace for yourself. So if you notice yourself pushing yourself to look a particular way, again, a reminder that this is your practice. I invite you to find what feels best for you and trust yourself. I know, especially on days where you doubt yourself, me telling you to trust yourself, it's, well, a little pointless, especially when you're being a little harsh on yourself. I totally get that. But even if you're feeling cynical about it, I invite you to lean in a little, explore how it feels and what it meant to trust yourself in this moment by simply finding a position that's most comfortable for you and allow yourself to take reign on telling yourself what feels right. Take one deep, loving breath for yourself, deeper than your last breath. And as you exhale again, slowly walk out of the pose. Take your time, really take your time in walking out of the pose. And come to find your child's pose of your choice. Slowly stacking the pillow in front of you if you need to today. Resting here a little bit more before you take one loving breath in and come up to sit. Like so. Alright, we're gonna need to adjust ourselves for the next one. Is saddle pose. So walk yourself forward in your tabletop position. Open and sit in between both feet. If you notice a little strain through the knee or a lot, normal. Don't worry about it. I feel it too. Stack pillows, soft toy behind you until you feel a little more at ease. So this is really subjective. Everyone's different here. That's no right or wrong so long as your knee does not have any funky feeling. That's really, really important. Once you're there, we're going to lean back. So if today's practice calls for just leaning back on your palm, so be it. This is where you'll be. If today's practice calls for you to lean back to your forearm, this is where you be. You may place a bolster behind you, stack a triangle behind you here with whatever you have, and lean all the way down. If you want all the way down to the ground, find what feels best for you, feeling a little stretch through the quads. If you feel a pinch through the back, come out of the pose slightly, readjust yourself. Really take your time in adjusting into this pose. And when you find what feels best for your knees, for your back, for your body, you feel like, yes, this is right. I'm feeling a sense of release here. Spread open both palms to your side. And allow yourself to be open. In this pose, my dog's barking. Excuse my dog. So take your time. This is what feels best for me today. I am staying here. You may readjust yourself until you find the right pose. Essentially, you have to feel good in it, feel an openness in the chest. Just like stretch through the quads, through our hip flexor here. And close your eyes and allow yourself to surrender. We're staying here for a moment. Just relax and enjoy. If you're having music in the background, enjoy your music. If you're in silence like me, enjoy the silence. Or perhaps observe the conversation you're having with yourself again and notice any feeling that crept up here. This is a pretty vulnerable pose, so it's not surprising if there are big feelings that arise here. Instead of fearing it, I invite you to welcome it. Today, welcome your big feeling. And allow them to arise in whatever form. Laughter, tears, sobbing, crying. Allow them to come to surface, fully surrendering to this moment, and allow yourself to experience whatever comes. Reminding yourself today is all about finding grace for yourself in this space. So the reason this big feeling theme crept up is because recently I have this feeling of not enough. So if you're feeling like that today, know that you're not alone. I so needed this practice today. And right now, I'm feeling a sense of relief. I hope you are too. And I'm glad that I have this opportunity to reach out to you in this moment of need. If you're feeling the pose, you may stay here. Otherwise, slowly come out of the pose. As how you come in, take your time. Be mindful of your back, your knees. Come out of the pose gently. Putting all your prop aside. And we're coming down to Savasana. Everyone's favorite, or my favorite pose. So if you notice, my knees, I'm placing bolster beneath, lying down my pillow, making myself comfortable. It's your Savasana today, make it yours. If you want to incorporate a little supine twist here and there, do so. Give yourself a hug with your knee towards your chest before you release into Savasana. Please do be my guest. Otherwise, come into Savasana. And we're going to end our practice in this pose today. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to relax in this pose. Relaxing through your feet, your calves, your knees, releasing tension through your quads, your hamstring, your hips, your middle body, your chest, your heart. Oh my God, your heart. Release that tension through your heart, my loves. Your back body, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your face, in between your eyebrow, all the way to the tippy top of your head. Fully relax. And this is the moment. If you find the space to do so, you can today. Tell yourself aloud, I am enough. I choose to trust that I am enough, just as I am. I am enough. Which you are indeed, my loves. Stay here as long as you want. Thank you all for joining me today. And I hope you feel a little better after this practice, because I do. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you in the next practice. Bye. Namaste.